is this, whether it is a step-up transformer or step-down transformer. It is a battery, right? Or you can see that you are all CSC students in first year. I think second year you hardly attended classes. So first year and all in FET department, I think faculty is coming to the class with a mic in his hand, because more than 70 students are there, isn't it? Did faculty come to the class with a mic? Have you attended the first year classes offline mode? By 19 batch only, right? COVID is not there during that time. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Faculty is coming with a mic. That means it is a battery only, right? It's a battery only. It's a wireless microphone, so it is a battery only. So battery means hardly maybe 5 volt or 10 or 12 volt. 5 volt or maximum 12 volts, not more than that. Okay. So now tell me, this transformer is step up or step down? I told you step up transformer or step down transformer. I am giving you the battery voltage also. I am telling you the resistance also. I have got a current also. So what will be the transistor? Whether this transistor is a step up or step down. Masrija. I think I have to call the names. This much clearly I have explained. Nobody is responding. Padmavati. Padmavati. Padmavati, get ready for Viva on Monday. Next, Mohammad Asad. Mohammad Asad. Manideep. Manideep. Vinod. Yeah, Manideep is responding. Manideep.
Sir.
Manideep, tell me, this transformer is.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. After 2 minutes, I will respond, sir. Net problem. Within 2 minutes, sir.
You have that much time. Next, Vinod. Nikita.
Yes, sir.
Nikita, tell me, what is whether it is step-up transformer or step-down transformer?
Sir, I don't know exactly. But
You can have a wild guess, right? And you can tell, right? I have told you about what is a step-up and what is a step-down. So when you are seeing this figure, what type of transformer do you want? You forget about this thing. You are holding a microphone and you want what type of transformer?
Setup transformer.
Step-up transformer. Of course, it is correct only. So of course you require a step-up transformer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Why? How? Just a wild guess or some thing is there?
Sir, based on your explanation, I thought like that, sir.
No, why we are using step-up transformer? My explanation is okay. Why we require a step-up transformer here? Okay. Anyway, you have answered correctly. At least you have responded. That is more than enough for me, any student. Okay, fine. So it is step-up transformer only. So I have already told you, like, step-up transformer is nothing but now you have to imagine, like, this is a microphone, right? This is a microphone. And still we are in the starting stage only. We have to go to an amplifier stage. And then we need to go to a loudspeaker, LS. Okay. Microphone, amplifier, loudspeaker. These three things are required. So microphone stage, you require a what you call you are talking. Now we have to make sure that this microphone is getting amplified. How this microphone is getting amplified nowadays? Now you are just this is nothing but this is your voice only, audio signal or sound waves only. Now the output is a electrical sound wave. This is a physical sound wave. So amplifier is nothing but in your amplifier you require a very much pre-amplified signal so that it amplifies your signal and then passes on to the loudspeaker. So you have a microphone with you. Now, what is meant by step up? I told you like you have a current signal here and you have so many windings on this side. Windings are more. So generally in transformer, this is known as 1 degree and this is known as 2 degree. Generally we call like this in electrical. 1 degree means it is a primary and this is a secondary. This side secondary. Sometimes windings will be more on the primary side and windings will be less on the secondary side. That is known as step down transformer. That is what is happening at your home. So very huge voltage electric lines are coming. So you are getting in your home only as 230 volts. So that is known as it is stepping down and giving you only 230 volts.
Sir.
And yes. Yes,
Manideep.
Manideep. Manideep. What happened?
Sir,
2 minutes
sir,
over.
Yes, sir. Net ready, sir. Before net problem, I have, sir. So.
Okay, you want to tell something?
Thanks, sir.
Where are you, Mandeep? Hostel or day scholar?
House, sir. In home, day scholar only, sir.
Okay, Manideep, I was telling about this step down, step up transformer here. So why we are using step up transformer? Any idea for you from your side?
Sir, it is used to convert high voltage and low current from primary side, sir.
Sorry, 1 second.
Step down.
Tell me slowly. Don't tell very fast.
Step down transformer is used to convert high voltage current into low, sir.
Okay, fine. Then step down. Why we are using step up here?
Sir, here we are using to convert the current.
Of course, we are boosting the signal, right? We want to make sure that it is next stage is amplified. We are only in the first stage. Okay, Manideep. Okay, you can mute.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, good. Few students are responding. That is, I think today is the class where at least 4 to 5 students have responded. So I think others can respond on physically during Monday. Okay. Step up transformer we are using here. So of course more windings are there. Then the next stage after the secondary, from here the next stage is the amplifier stage. So we are only, this is the microphone, this setup is only the first stage, this particular full microphone is only first stage, right? We have 3 stages. So we have accomplished the first stage. Very simple. If you can understand the figure, it is very, very easy to write the matter in your own words. Okay. The only thing which you have to keep in your mind is Ohm's law only. Nothing else. Only Ohm's law you need to keep in your mind and this figure. If you can practice this figure, very small figure only. And if you have an idea like we have carbon granules here, then you can write the, if it is asked in the examination, if you get this question in the exam, definitely you can write in your own words. Very easily you can write. It's not that difficult to explain also. But there are few students who write only the matter, they don't draw any figure. In that scenario, I will not give you any mark. But if you draw the figure and if you express the this working in your own words, then you will get full marks. So figure is very important for me. Okay. So of course, in our course, at least 60% of the syllabus is having figures. So 50% to 60%. So half of the syllabus is figures only. So you need to learn, since this is sensors and actuators, you need to learn all the figures thoroughly. And you need to draw in the examination. During the, if it is asked in the examination, this particular question you need to do. So here the main working, once again I will tell you, it is resistance only. So resistance granules or carbon granules or carbon powder. So once audio waves are coming and hitting onto the diaphragm, we call it as diaphragm. So what will happen is that particular piston kind of a thing will be compressed as well as decompressed, thereby creating some resistance. So there is a resistance variation. Once we have resistance variation, there is a current variation. Okay, of course we have, when resistance is less, current is more. When resistance is more, current is less. So after that, we have this step-up transformer where we get a current signal. That current signal will be further boosted to, we don't know how many times we have stepped up, maybe 10 times, maybe 5 times, that depends upon the design. So we have a boosted signal, which is not an amplified signal, which is only a boosted signal, and which is going to the amplifier stage for further amplifications. And there is further process after amplification, there is the third and final stage, that is the loudspeaker stage. Even in amplification also, you have to make sure that there are two types of amplifiers, that is voltage amplifier as well as power amplifier. So two types of amplifiers are also there. And what we call this. So this is the setup of this resistance microphone. Any doubts for anyone? Anyone? Hope this is okay for all. Any doubts, you can ask me in the next 1 minute. Then I will go to the next topic.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Okay. Anyone else? I think one student told that it is clear. Anybody else? Anybody else tell it's okay? I will go to the next one. Rajesh, okay?
Sir, it's okay. Understood.
Fine. Right. Okay. Next. What is this microphone?
Condenser microphone.
Condenser or carbon? Oh, sorry. Carbon. Don't get confused. People will get confused. Now itself, I told a wrong word. That is what I have told. Carbon. Don't get confused with these C words. Okay. Here it is condenser or capacitor. This is carbon. You will get confused with this term. Sometimes if carbon microphone is asked, you may draw condenser microphone. These things have seen previously. Students have done this mistake. So don't get confused with the titles. Capacitor, you have to remember that this is resistance. Resistance is also known as carbon. You have to remember that thing. And the condenser is also known as capacitor microphone. Here both are C only. Capacitor microphone is also known as condenser. Just remember that in resistance microphone, carbon microphone is nothing but it's only 6 letters. If you remember like this, for resistance, you will clearly understand. Capacitor, other here letters are more. So confusion won't be there. Here only 6 letters are there. So like that, if you remember some term, method of remembering like that, you will not forget. Of course, here the resistance means you are talking about the carbon granules, right? Okay, so it is resistance only through construction only. You can, through the working only, you can easily differentiate this resistance microphone as well as capacitor microphone. Okay, first of all, what is a capacitor? What do you mean by capacitor? Capacitor. Ask, students are not responding. I think it's better to ask Srija. K. Srija. Hello, are you there, Srija, in this meeting? Just some time ago, I think you have responded.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Srija, what is a capacitor? Why are you muting? I'm asking you now. Why are you muting your microphone?
Hello, sir.
Tell me fast. You are all.
Storing the electrical energy in an electrical fields.
Sorry, be louder.
Storing the electrical energy in an electrical field.
Right. Anybody else is having a different answer? Anybody else? Jovardhan. Jovardhan. Jovardhan, are you there in this meeting? This is morning class only, right? 11 to 12:40 class only. This is an active time. This is not a sleeping time like in the afternoon. Active time itself, you are sleeping means what will you do during the sleeping time? Not getting responses from some of the students. Madhavi. Sindhu. Sindhu. Bharat.
Yes, sir.
Bharat. What is a capacitor?
We store the electricity.
To store?
Electric charge.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, of course, we have an electric field also. We have to store an electrical charge. Very simplest way to understand capacitor is a passive device. You can see I have already told you the example of a ceiling fan. You have a capacitor in the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan, the purpose of the capacitor, if you don't have a proper capacitor, fan won't rotate properly. So the main reason for capacitor is to have a storing of a charge. So you can see like in our homes, the ceiling fans periodically, maybe after 4 to 5 years, these capacitors are getting replaced. So it's getting damaged. Some of the fans are, most of the fans will be working for more time, but some few will be, you need to be replaced by 4 to 5 years. Electrician or somebody, any electrical person is, electrical backgrounds person is there in your home, you will be telling that it is a capacitor problem. So the capacitor is nothing but it is for storing a charge. And the other important thing is, have you come across this equation? C equal to, oh, sorry, Q equal to C V. Have you come across this equation? I think these equations already you have studied during your intermediate. Q is a charge, C is capacitor, and V is voltage. Capacitance. Now we have to call it as capacitance. Have you come across this voltage? This equation. And C equal to epsilon A by D. Have you come across this equation? Two equations. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. So this is capacitance only. This is epsilon 0, epsilon r. They will tell like this. These are all permittivity or constants. This is the, we have capacitor. So this is the symbol. We have two parallel plates. You know that there are two parallel plates. It should be parallel only. If you have like this is not parallel, but this is a voltage. Okay, you have seen here. This is a voltage in this part. This particular part you have seen. This is a voltage. This is a voltage and this is the capacitance, right? Now, I have told you like this is the charge and this is the capacitance and this is the voltage. Now tell me, in this particular figure, where is the input and where is the output? Left side or right side? Here, you can understand that there is no box. Okay. Here you can understand that this is the input side and this is the output side. You can see here, this is the input, this is the output. So tell me here, where is the input and where is the output?
Input is from left side and output is from right side, sir.
Yes. How?
Sound waves are entering through.
Yes. So that is the thing. Here you can see the sound waves. Okay. Here you can see the sound waves. Here also I talked about the waves. On the sound waves I have written on the right side. So sound waves I have written on the left side here. Here in this figure it is mentioned as the left side. Okay. Now this is the diaphragm. DIAPHRAGM. Diaphragm means G is silent here. So what are these things? These are two plates. What are these things? These are two plates. This is the front plate. This is the back plate. Of course, our capacitor is nothing but you can see here. It is a parallel plate setup. Capacitor is nothing but it is a parallel plate setup. One more thing you have to understand that in this in between the capacitor we will be having the setup like this. Small rectangular shape and we will be having like this. It's not mentioned here. This is known as the dielectric. You heard about dielectric? Have you heard about dielectric? So dielectric is nothing but it is acting as an insulator. Okay. So we have a concept known as polarization. So through the application of the electric field, we have an insulating material as well. So see here, forget about that thing. So we have in this particular setup, generally in the capacitor setup, we have a dielectric and we have a two parallel plates. Now you need to understand these two are the parallel plates. So in the second equation, what is A? It is the area of the particular area. If you consider this is the particular area, inside the parallel plates, and this is the distance between the two plates. Okay. So likewise, we will be having a change in the capacitance. Once we have a change in the capacitance, we have a value in the capacitance. We have a battery over here. Battery is what? Battery is nothing but from this equation, battery is what? See this equation, what is battery?
Voltage, sir.
Yeah, it is voltage only, it is V only. Okay. Here they have put a square box, you can draw like this also. Both are correct only. So this is a voltage only. Battery is nothing but it is a voltage. So if we have a capacitance, we have a voltage, and we can establish a charge. Q you will get. Okay. Now, next thing is the relationship between, of course, you have Ohm's law. So from this, you can get a resistance as well. Here we have at the output signal, we have a resistance value. We have change in the capacitance, we have change in the voltage, and we have change in the resistance. So ultimately at the output, we have a current through these various equations. Of course, you have to understand one important thing is, whenever there is a change in the capacitance, there is a change in the current. What is the thing? When there is a change in the capacitance, there is a change in the current. So capacitive right. So this capacitance parallel plates. Now you have to understand one more important thing. The very important thing which you need to understand is, this particular setup. This is the back plate, right? What is this? This is the back plate, and this is the front plate. This back plate, it is slightly bolded, and this front plate is not that much bolded. This is the back plate, and this is the front plate. Back plate is in bold, and front plate is not that much bold. Why it is not bold and why it is bold? You are telling that this is the sound wave. Of course, in our previous example, previous thing, we had compressed, decompressed, and there were compression and decompression of the resistance. Of course, what will happen? Here also, we need to consider, once we need a variation in the capacitance, there should be a change in the distance between the two plates. That means, once we have any sound waves, the plate will move inside, and once we don't have a sound waves, the plate will come back to the original position. So from this, we can understand that the back plate is a permanently fitted plate. So that's why they have put in bold. The back plate is a plate which is a permanent fix. This is not moving. And the front plate bracket they have given as diaphragm. That means it is moving. So this one of the plate is moving, one of the plate is not moving. So what will happen? There is a change in the area. There is a change in the distance between the two plates. There is a change in the capacitance. Once there is a change in the capacitance, there is a change in the current. Once there is a change in the current, of course, output audio signal is only the current signal. The output audio signal is a current signal, and it has arrived through the capacitance. So once wherever there is a variation in the capacitance, we have a current. Once there is no audio wave, nothing, the current will be constant. Now, no output. Output won't be there. Output means it will be a general signal without any information. So this is the setup of a capacitor microphone or a condenser microphone. Hope it is clear. Any doubts? You have to just see this relationship between one is the Ohm's law, one is Q equal to CV, and one is the C equal to epsilon A by D. And also you can actually make a relation between current as well as the capacitance. Generally, we have a current and capacitance equation as in our this thing. It is I equal to C into differential voltage dV by dt. So this is the general equation. So I equal to C dV by dt. So that is the general equation. Our voltage is the 1 by C integral of current. So that is the general relation. This relation already you know. The relationship between current and voltage. Any doubts? So two important topics we have discussed till now. Any doubts? Anyone?
No, sir, we are clear.
Okay. You are clear, not we are clear. I don't know how many students are clear. Some of the students are not clear. I know that. Okay. Anyone else? Rajesh?
Clear. It's clear, sir.
Rajesh?
Sir, it's clear, sir.
Hello?
Understood, sir.
Yeah, okay. Mallika? Okay.
Clear, sir.
I think only few are responding. Rajesh, Mallika, Asha Jyoti is responding, Likita, and few students are responding only. Okay, I think it is clear for the students, whoever is responding. I don't know about the other students. Only frequently, I think only these few students are responding. Frequently responding students, I don't have any problem with them. Whoever is not responding is the big problem. I don't know whether they are listening also. So this is the thing. One is capacitor microphone. Yeah, Shivani, I think she is having some issue with her mic.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Oh, you have posted in the chat window, so that's why I felt like you have some. I'm traveling, so no network issue here. Okay. Where are you traveling, Azhar? Sir is traveling somewhere. Online mode is a different kind of mode, right? You can travel and you can listen to the classes as well. In fact, during the lockdown time, just initially at the starting of the lockdown, it was sem-end examination of the lab external Viva questions. Viva I have to ask to the students. I don't know, due to unavoidable reasons, one of the students was stuck up somewhere and she has to travel to her hometown. And to her this thing, she had to travel on the day when final examination of the lab was conducted. So she gave her Viva directly from the bus. She was in some RTC bus. That time only after so many days the RTC buses have resumed the services. She had to travel to her hometown. So she had given. So in the unavoidable situations, it's okay. Right. So this is about the two important microphones you can expect for the examination. The thing is that during the examination, we will be giving some sets. I don't know which set will come for you. So questions will be added in different sets. So you can expect any one of the questions. Next. I will give you we will start in the next topic in a minute. Which is slightly means advanced topic. Not advanced, this also clearly you can understand. Once you have understood the microphone and both the types of microphones, this topic can be easily understood. Nagendra Reddy. Nagendra Reddy.
Sir.
Nagendra Reddy. One question I will ask you. What is another name of capacitor microphone?
Sir.
Capacitor microphone is also known as, what is the another name for capacitor microphone?
Sir.
Capacitor microphone, what is another name?
Condenser.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay, I asked you this question because don't get confused with condenser and carbon. That's why I told you that capacitor is a condenser microphone and resistance is a carbon microphone.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Next is the moving coil loudspeaker. What is a loudspeaker? What is a speaker?
Receiving on when we given an input sound voice.
Yes, it is also an audio signal. Okay? It is an electrical audio signal. I am speaking to you now, you are listening. This is not my physical audio voice. When I am speaking in the lab, it is a physical voice, direct
Yes.
an internally generated voice. But this is also, it is my voice is getting converted into an electrical signal. You are listening my electrical voice only, converted electrical voice, not the physical voice. So you are listening converted audio electrical voice. Now loudspeaker's function is to give us the output. Microphone was to take the input and to process the signal through a transformer. And remember that in this particular figure, they have not mentioned any transformer here. If you draw a step-up transformer here also, it's no issue here. So in this particular figure, it is not there. So here it is there, it is not there here. So now, the thing is, this particular signal, signal must be audible to you. The moving coil, the functionality of the moving coil loudspeaker is take the signal after the amplifier stage. We are not discussing about the amplifier stage. There are two wires. Take the pointer. I think I will take the red pointer first. I put as red. This is the input. Input voltage signal. You know that the signal input voltage signal is a sine wave. Isn't it? So this is a signal, input voltage signal, and it is going through the electrical leads to a magnet. Okay, this is a magnet, south pole, north pole. This is a permanent magnet. Magnet means we have this much setup. We call it as a magnetic field, isn't it? And we have some windings. On a magnet, we have electrical windings. So you have a lot of windings here. We call it as moving voice coil. And also we have another diaphragm also. Cone suspension is here, right at here. So we have this cone suspension and on top and bottom. Support chassis is supporting the this thing, this particular setup. This thing and this thing. We have air movement. And this is the cone. So I think terms are, you need to just remember the terms. I think these terms are, you can familiarize these terms. What we want a magnet. Magnet is required. And onto the magnet on the north pole, we need a lot of bindings on north one. Then we need to have a moving voice coil. And we have set up a cone and output, ultimately we require what we call sound waves. Output is an electrical audio wave. Input is an input voltage signal. Of course, after the amplified stage, we have generated a voltage signal. And this voltage signal is nothing but this is going to the input of the coil and it is going, we are getting the output. This is the setup. This is setup of the moving coil loudspeaker. Now the thing is how this will work. Setup you have seen. You have a magnet. You have a permanent magnet, in fact. You have a what we call this electrical wire wound in onto a permanent magnet, and you are generating a sound waves. And we have set up of support chassis. We have cone suspension. We have cone, and there is an air movement, and there are also electrical leads. How this thing is working? How this particular thing is working. Now, understand this equation. F equal to, can anybody tell this equation, the relationship between force and magnetic field? Anybody is having any idea? I've already told this equation in the last class. Anyone? Between a force and magnetic field is represented by which term? What is the term for magnetic field? Force is F. Magnetic field, what will you use for magnetic field? Bhumika 3. Bhumika. Dharani. Dharani respond. Dharani. So I don't know, Dharani, you are not responding and you are not attending the classes physically, but you are attending all the online classes. Why it is like that? Check your attendance, it is very less. I have already updated the lab and skill attendances. And the class attendance I need to update. Okay, I don't want to waste the time. So F equal to BIL sin theta. F equal to BIL sin theta. Of course, this is the degree part. Now, what is B? F is force. B is magnetic field. I is, of course, current, and L is length. What length? Length of this particular winding, complete winding length. So L is the length of the winding. I is the current through the this particular coil, and B is the magnetic field. We have everything. All these things are available with us. Once we have a coil wound on a permanent magnet in a strong magnetic field, once there is passage of input voltage through this entire signal, of course, voltage means now voltage will be converted to current through a resistance. So once we have a magnetic field, once we have a current signal, once we have length of the wire, once we know the degrees, we have a force established. We have a force established. And this force is enough to generate the waves. Here, force plays a major part in generating the waves. So force is, you can understand that a force is actually what it is deviating it is actually creating a movement. It is actually creating a movement. It is getting calibrated. So it is creating an air movement so that the output is a sound wave. So force plays a very important part here. So your current is there. This particular setup is made in such a way that your signals are now, it is going through the air. How it is going? Through the immersion, through the establishment of a force. So it is going through a magnetic field as well. So once we have a magnetic field, we have generated the sound waves. Sound audio waves have been generated at the output. So sound audio waves have been generated. So we have a force exerted. So F equal to BIL sin theta. Now see here in this figure, at the output of the wave, we have the at the input, right from the cone suspension, we have the air movement, and right at the output, we have the sound waves. Some issues are there. Is my screen visible now?
It's visible, sir. Screen visible.
I think just press stop presenting in between. So this is the working of the moving coil loudspeaker. So very important thing which you have to understand here is equal to F equal to BIL sin theta. So this is the equation. If you understand this equation, this is very, very easy to understand this working. And the setup is slightly, it's like it's almost, if you can know the other two figures, this figure is very easy only. So these three figures you need to work out. These three figures you need to work out. Anybody is having any doubt, you can ask me now.
Sir,
Yes, Asha Jyoti, tell me.
sir, the input is from the sound wave side, sir, or from the magnet side, sir?
So I have forgot to tell you this thing. You can see at the bottom, input voltage signal is there. Here it is a loudspeaker, ma. Here it is a loudspeaker. A loudspeaker input, where will be the input and where will be the output? Don't get confused with microphone and loudspeaker. So of course it is a good question actually, because some of the students will get confused, because in the last two parts, this one and this one, I have told you like sound waves is the input. So here it is a loudspeaker. This is not this stage. You can see at the top here. You can see here right at the top. This is a loudspeaker. Loudspeaker is at the output. Output will be sound waves. Here input will be sound waves. Both are sound waves only. This is physical sound waves and this is electrical sound waves. Okay. These are the sound waves which you are listening.
So from the input voltage signal, the
That is the input.
sound waves will be given, sir.
No. Here input sound waves are not there. Here it is an input voltage signal only.
Then if even for loudspeaker, we need to give, I mean, sound, no, sir, as an input. Like if we speak, it comes out, no, sir.
The thing is, sound waves, what they are doing is in between. The simple way, if you can understand, is I am speaking now, right? Now my audio is audible to myself. So I am in a computer lab. I am speaking into my microphone. Now what is happening? It is traveling through a channel, right? It is going through my microphone. It is going through the hard disk. It is getting processed, right? And you are receiving the signal. So in between, from my end to your end, your receiver can be a laptop speaker, or it can be a mobile speaker, or it can be mobile earphone or headphone, or whatever mode you want to listen. So sound waves are nowhere in between. Sound waves, my sound wave is at my end as well as at the your end. I am speaking at the microphone. This is my end, and you are listening to the earphone. That is. Let me tell you that you are actually listening in a speaker. Okay, speakers can be various speakers. You are listening to a laptop speaker, or you have a speaker. You have additionally connected a speaker to the laptop, and you are listening to my class. So the sound waves, where it is coming at your end loudspeaker only. So in between, the sound waves are converted to electrical signals. There is no sound wave. They have converted, like my voice, my decibels, my everything, they have converted to a specific voice signals, so this electrical signals, and you are doing the, like what you call, I am at the transmitting end, you are at the receiving end. So we are actually all these processes and you are receiving the signal. You can imagine the example of a radio. Okay, radio signal is there, right? You have amplitude modulation, you have frequency modulation, you have various radio stations. If you can talk about the radio station like 98.3 megahertz radio station, Radio Mirchi. Okay, so the station, what they will do, they will have a big antenna at their station, radio station. Some RJ, radio jockey, will be speaking onto the microphone and its voice, and it is getting transmitted to the antenna, transmitted to the tower. In fact, they will be building some tower kind of a setup. And you are the receiver, right? Your mobile phone is a receiver. If you put an earphones, it becomes like an antenna. So, and your mobile is what it is actually doing the processing things, and you are getting out. So nowhere in between sound waves should be there. Sound waves should be there at the initial stage and at the output final stage. I hope I am clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understood, sir.
So this is about the two important topics which we have, the three important topics in fact we have discussed today. Okay. Now tell me,